What's up, everybody? Welcome to another reading with the Crown Priestess. This is going to be your new moon message. New moon in Gemini. Happy birthday, Gemini. One of my faves. I get along really well with Geminis as friends. Mostly as friends. Especially the women. I love girl Geminis. I don't know what's my problem. I just do. They're like so tea. I live for them. But I like Geminis in general. So happy new moon in Gemini. Happy birthday, Gemini. Let's see what the themes are running with for this new moon energy. New moons are always, no matter where they are about new beginnings. New beginnings in what though? I would say with Gemini energy, and I haven't done any brushing up lately, but I would say this is probably going to be a time to gain new perspective, new insight, and new ways to communicate. Okay, communication is key. Mercury energy is key. So this is going to be a really good time to not only speak things into existence and speak new ideas and get excited about how you're delivering and sharing ideas, but also how you're receiving them. I think I keep seeing perspective. They keep like, literally I saw somebody like writing it on a board. I don't know if some of you are a teacher or a student, but like somebody was writing on one of those dry eraser boards the word perspective and underlining it like that. So perspective is going to be ideal. It's going to be probably one of the main themes for this new moon. New perspective specifically, right? Like not shared perspectives that you've already had, but people sort of giving you new insight and vice versa, you giving other people new ways of looking at things, looking at the bigger picture for some of you, looking at the smaller details for others. You know, there's something about just switching it up, like maybe, you know, like those artists that paint a picture backwards. You don't really realize what the fuck they're doing until they flip it. Perspective. Yeah, they just showed me that. Okay. No more messages. No more messages. Oh, yeah. Freedom. Uranus energy. Leap. Opportunities. Memories and nostalgia. Okay, so some of you are reminiscing. I think that has a lot to do with the perspective. No shade. It's like thinking of ways that you used to do something, maybe canceling, or maybe not even, maybe respecting the way you used to do something, but respecting that it can't be that way anymore is the message I'm getting with that. Oh shit, I just dropped my shit. Well, interesting cards, right? This is the one that fell on its own, decisions. But the interesting cards that fell behind it were change and release, surrender, purge. You see what I'm saying? Exactly what I was saying, pretty much. Again, there is this thing where until death do us tear us apart. Oh my gosh. Just contracts, career commitments, things that are coming to a close. Like I said, it doesn't always have to be like ripping the Band-Aid off of something, but just understanding that this way was great for a time, but now it's time to do something different, you know, and being comfortable in doing something different, taking that leap. Like, this is that energy that's like, I know where I'm going and I don't forget, but I'm never going to forget where I came from, you know, like, and you don't have to forget where you came from. And it's not about where you came from. You know what I mean? Because not everybody came from a pleasant place. Not everybody comes from pleasant trees and, you know, poodles and bunnies. Some people had a really fucking hard knock life. Some people had really rough endeavors, really rough situations that they had to, you know, really crawl, sometimes drag themselves out of, like, you know. But it's okay. It's like, it's okay to be where you've been, and it's okay to be where you are, and it's okay to be going where you're going. Like, you understand? As long as you are progressing for yourself, as long as you can say, like, damn, I did that. I made a better situation than whatever, no matter what the circumstance, if you're winning. You understand? I know that some people look at things, it's very easy to look at things just from a material standpoint, right? Like to say, oh my God, worst case scenario, like I'm fucking homeless. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm homeless again. I just heard again for somebody. I'm like, whatever. But guess what? You're home. You might be homeless, but you're not in a place where you're being abused. You're not in a place where people are hurting you anymore. You're not in a, right? Because it's like, you have to look at it. And I know that's not everybody's situation, but sometimes we have to look at it that way. Like, it may not seem like I'm doing better than I was yesterday, but find something that is better than yesterday, right? Maybe yesterday was, you know, everything was great. Like, you had a nice time. Nobody gave you a hard time. The day was smooth. Traffic was easy. You didn't have to deal with nobody's attitude, but you got home and you didn't have food, right? Some people go through that, unfortunately. So, like, fuck, I didn't eat. But now today, maybe you had to deal with some shit. You stressed out. You're a little cranky because you were hungry. But today you found a meal. So was today better or worse than yesterday? You know what I mean? You have to understand. And I don't think that the extremes always have to be so crazy. But there is this, like, Spirit is saying, like, have gratitude. Yeah. Like, respect yourself and give yourself the credit for where you've come. You know, like, I think a lot of times people don't give themselves enough credit because they're not where they want to be. They're not at the final, the end goal. Because so what? Like, because you haven't made it past the finish line yet, you feel like you don't deserve applause. You just ran 3 miles. You know what I mean? Like, most niggas gave up before they got to that 1 mile mark. You're still running. Just because you haven't finished the race yet doesn't mean that you haven't accomplished something. Take a step back and look at where you've come from, okay? And don't be so hard on yourself. Right. The storm is over. Most of you have already completed the hard things. Most of you already understand the assignment. So why are you avoiding this? Why are you avoiding change? Why are you avoiding the work, the next step, the next challenge? Right? Somebody likes triathlons or is thinking to be in something like that. I don't know. I don't know why I just got triathlon. Somebody can be an athlete or a runner, something like that. No more messages. Some of you are awakening to a very deep connection. Some of you are awakening your masculine energy. Something that maybe has sat dormant for some time. Could have been blocked, right? Blocked masculine energy. Blocked root chakra. Like, you just wasn't getting up. You wasn't getting to it. And now you are. Now it's like, you know what? I've done enough idle. That's the perspective. That's the change in perspective, the new perspective. And it's important to do both. It's important to have both. Maybe you were in a time where you had to just sit back. You had to rest. You had to regroup. You had to just see and learn, observe, feel, heal, all those things. And now is the time where it's time to go. For others, it's the opposite, right? You were just on go, 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 go for several years. Survival, boom, gotta do it, gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it. And now is your time to sit the fuck down and do some of the mental work, do some of the spiritual work, the internal stuff that doesn't require so much physicality, so much action, but more of this 6th chakra, the 3rd eye. Yeah, I like it. Let's see what else. Something here that you're learning to have compassion for something, someone. Could be self. Because a lot of you, I'm telling you, somebody's really hard on themselves here. More compassion for self. Something that you wasn't able to see before. It's clear as day now. There goes the enlightenment. There goes the ascension. Right? The Hierophant is wisdom. It's wisdom. This is reaching a certain level of enlightenment. That is the enlightenment. the ascension process that you've been through. Some of you, and this is why, you know, you can be comfortable where you are because you already found the stairs. You know how to go up, you know how to go down, you know what I mean? Like, now people can come to you and ask you about this stuff. They can come to you for guidance. They can come to you for advice. They can look to you for knowledge because you have it. You have the wisdom. You went through the process. You understood the assignment. It took a while. I see that clear as day for some of you. It took a while, but you're here now. And it's like, don't question yourself. Don't beat yourself up either for how long it took, or, oh, everybody was already here, you know, and so what? This is your process. This is your time. This is your life. This is your journey. You're letting a lot go. Look at this. This is beautiful. 6 of Swords to the 4 of Wands. Love to see it. Just letting go and letting God, you know, moving into calmer waters. It's water under a bridge. You know, let me say something, and I'm about to cry when I let this out, so I don't know, this is very personal to me, but I can say it now, because now I'm at a level in my life where I've healed it, right? And it's okay to still cry about things you've healed, about things you forgave, about things you've let go. I was SA'd when I was a child, right? I was 9, very young. And I carried that shit with me for so long, and I didn't even start speaking about it until I was an adult, and I was 9. But I can talk about it now, you see, without bawling, breaking, feeling like a panic attack or anything, because it's water under a bridge. And I know that some people could hear me say that, and because they're still in the middle of that trauma, they won't feel me. They won't. They'll be like, how could you say that? But I'm telling you, it's not easy. It may take time, and it might take you longer than it took me. It might take you shorter. But it will heal if you tend to it. You understand? You can fix it, and it literally becomes like a superpower somewhere down the line. I guarantee you. I don't know who this is for, but I'm telling you now, your pain, once you alchemize that pain, that trauma, once you transmute, transform, and transcend, you are going to understand why it had to go that way. And you are going to be able to use that shit like a super Saiyan power in your mind, your body, and your soul. Because God said so. You understand? That's all I'm going to say about that. And I'm very proud of whoever this message is for, because you're ready to dive into that unknown. You don't even see it coming. You don't even realize how fucking close to the finish line you are. You so close to that shit that you gonna trip over it. Like, your ass gonna be tired, eyes closed, about to faint, and just fall over the damn finish line. And you're just gonna hear trumpets and just people, like, you made it. Like, the victory is so real with this fucking energy, and you don't even see it. You don't even see it because you stopped looking for it. You stopped looking for it a long time ago. You know what I mean? And that is healing 101. It's like, we go in with the intent of like, yo, I don't want to feel this shit anymore, but I don't know how to start it. That's how you start it. Acknowledgement. I said that to a client earlier. I said, yo, it sounds like easy and cliche and a joke, but that's really it. When you go to a 12-step program, what's the first thing they tell you? First, you have to admit you have a problem. That's it. That's the door open to everything. That you understand, like, yo, I need to fix this. Yo, I need to heal this. Yo, I need to address this. Yo, I need to change this. Once you can say those words, once it comes out of your mouth, it becomes immediately armor. Like immediately there's a little weapon now. And it's like you're building and building and building. You don't understand, yo. I love it. Let's get some advice for you. I'm finna go. Work, Gemini. New moon in Gemini, new perspective. Justice. Yeah. Fuck is you talking about? Fuck. Man, I'm tired of being right. So I went to see Lilo and Stitch, y'all. It was so good. I don't care what nobody says. It was so good. And man, that little CGI of Stitch and that little girl, Lilo, who played her, if that is not the cutest fucking duet on any big screen I've ever seen in my life, I don't know what is. Like, I never seen anything that cute. Like, the last time I felt like something was that cute on TV, it was like Gizmo in the Gremlins. Gizmo's mad cute. But you know what I'm trying to say? Anyway, I say all that to say, the movie was really cute. I don't know how that was tying into this because I got off tangent. But this justice card is spirit saying, like, this is your time. Like, this is it. Like, this, I don't know how else to say that. I don't know how else to say that. I don't know where the fuck I was going with Lilo and Stitch. They took it away from me. I guess they didn't want y'all to have that. But this justice card, yeah, you fought for this. You fought hard for this. This wasn't no easy feat. Like, this was not the little price. This was not, there was a lot of sacrifice. There was a lot of sacrifice here. There was a lot of getting in the dirt, getting in the paint. You know, this is struggle boots. Like, this is like being on Survivor. This is like being on Survivor. For real. I'm gonna leave it there. Congratulations. Congratulations. The Tower is going to change. Chariot, Ace of Wands, Nine of Cups. I'm telling you, bye. Love, light, and abundance.